Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful Mother's Day. Now today I'm doing something a little bit different. I am really excited to be getting ready to attend an all-day educational motivational conference for women. It's called Team Women, and I will link information in the description box below. But I haven't attended anything like this in a very long time, so I thought it would be fun to take you with me as I get ready. From straight out of the shower, I'm going to show you how I styled my hair. We will do a full face of my current favorite makeup, and I'm going to show you exactly what I will be wearing at this all-day conference for women. We have a lot to get through. I will put timestamps, product links, lots and lots of info in the show more description box below as usual. And with that, let's jump into it. Here I am, fresh out of the shower. Morning skincare is already done, and I am going in with my Dermatology Broad Spectrum SPF. I believe it's 44. This is a hybrid SPF, meaning it is a combination of mineral and chemical. And although it appears there is a white cast as I'm applying it to my skin, the more I work it into the skin, the more that white cast disappears. I'm applying it generously, of course, all over my face, on my ears, and of course we need to apply it to the neck as well. One of the reasons I love an untinted SPF on my neck is so that it doesn't get on my clothing. When my hair is about 50% dry, I lightly spray it with my Haielle Volume Spray. This not only provides excellent heat protection, but adds volume, body, and hold while leaving my hair silky, soft, and shiny. I think this is my third bottle. I love this stuff. And of course, I go in with my big sexy hair root pump mousse, very lightly worked in at the roots. It really works wonders to add lift at the root without weighing my hair down. I have purchased this more times than I can possibly count. Like I said, my hair is 50% dry. I think letting it partially air dry really helps reduce potential heat damage. But here I am drying the roots and the crown in the opposite direction of the growth of the hair to again add a volume and lift at the crown. I then section off a hunk of hair at the crown, and I'm putting it in a roller mostly to keep it out of the way. Here I am using a 2-inch round brush to smooth and provide a slight curve at the ends. I keep both the dryer and the brush moving, and the dryer is pointed down to smooth the hair cuticle and give a nice sleek finish to the hair. Because my hair is already 50% dry, this part goes really quickly with minimal heat. Same thing on the other side. Now it's time for the crown. I dry this section of the hair using a 3-inch round brush, again keeping the dryer moving to minimize heat damage to the hair. I then put it back into the large Velcro roller while it cools to help the lift set into the hair. It looks a little weird for sure. My neighbors have seen me walk around like this more times than I care to admit. As far as the back of the hair, I style it without looking in the mirror using both the 3-inch round brush and the 2-inch round brush. And like I said, I really don't look in the mirror while I do it, and I just cross my fingers that it looks halfway decent. So while I dried my hair, my sunscreen set down very nicely. You can see there's absolutely no white cast. There is a nice radiance, but not overly shiny. And while I do my makeup, I really do like to leave this big fat roller in at the crown for a little extra volume. So we are going to whip through a full face of makeup using my current everyday go-to favorites. Starting with, of course, you guessed it, my Pixie Peach corrector. It is a peach cream corrector, and it will cancel and neutralize any dark blue or purple I have in that dark inner corner. And I just sort of pat it on. And a little bit on the eyelid as well. And we are going to press it in with my finger. Same thing on this side. In the summer, I lean pretty heavily on tinted moisturizers. This is the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. This is in the shade 20N Light Neutral. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. It's a perfect shade. It is so easy to apply with the fingers, and I just sort of spread it around. A little bit under the eyes. Okay, it is as easy as that. Still a little bit tacky, so I'm going to give it a moment to set down. You know, many days I won't even use a concealer. Between the corrector and a little tinted hydrator, that is often enough coverage. But today I am going to a luncheon, so I do want to be a little bit extra perfected. So of course I am going to use my Lancome Tint a Doll. Oh my gosh, one of my very favorite, most used concealers for sure. But I'm going to go in very lightly, a little bit on the lid. And my Angie Hot and Flashy brush, just to sort of smooth everything out and blend it in very nicely. And because I am just using a tinted hydrator today, I am going to put a little bit extra concealer around my nose where I get a little redness, a little bit right there. Finish with my finger. And this side. And again, using a little concealer around my nose, forehead, a little bit right there. Anywhere I have a little bit of redness or pigment that the tinted hydrator didn't quite cover up. So there is the tinted hydrator. I really feel like it gave my complexion a really nice healthy tint without giving me a mask-like appearance. So I'm not using bronzer today. I am going straight in with my #1 favorite, most used lately cream blush by Merit Beauty, and this is in the shade Cheeky. This is actually a blush balm, and I absolutely love it. Now I am not going straight in stick to face. I am using one of my Rephr brushes. This is the Rephr, what is it, 37. Picking up some blush, tamping it off, and you know, this is just as easy as a powder blush. Look at that. Super balmy, glowy, not overly pigmented, very easy to apply. Just such a fresh, pretty look. Cream blush. Cream blushes are not always the most long-lasting, especially as we get into the heat and humidity of the spring and the summer. So what I like to do is double blush, and that is where I'm going to top my cream blush with a really nice neutral powder blush. Of course, my favorite powder blush is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Mood Exposure, which is a really nice neutral shade. I am going to use my Rephr 05, and I am just lightly topping that cream blush with a layer of powder blush, almost sort of to set it. And because this is such a neutral color, I also like to take this on other areas of my face, almost like I would a bronzer. Before moving on to eye makeup, I am going to very lightly set my face with powder. You know, in the winter when my skin is extra dry, it just seems to hold on to makeup, and I can often skip setting powder. But I have an all-day event, and it is a warm, humid day, so I am going to lightly set my face with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Finishing Powder in the shade Diffused Light. I love this powder. It never looks powdery. First, I am going to lightly set my under eyes after I tap out the creases. And I am going to use just an e.l.f. blush brush and just press that to the under eye area. This powder never, ever looks powdery or cakey. It is absolutely fantastic. Definitely my #1 favorite powder. Now I have two powder brushes that I absolutely love. The first one is the BK Beauty 102 large powder brush, incredibly soft. But I also wanted to share with you the new powder brush I purchased from Rephr during their sale. This is the Rephr, what is it? Rephr 30 large powder brush. And I just want to show you in comparison, the BK Beauty is a little bit more rounded on the end, a little bit larger, but they are both incredibly soft. I believe the BK Beauty is on sale right now. I don't know, is the Rephr, I don't think the Rephr sale is still going on. Anyway, I love both of them. This is cleaner than the BK Beauty and it's newer, so I am going to use the Rephr, but I did want to mention the BK Beauty because it is on sale and it's a good one. And again, this powder you really can't apply too much. And I just press it all over my face with this gorgeous large powder brush just to set everything down. It absolutely never looks powdery, never looks cakey. It has just a nice ambient glow. I have said before they put magic dust in their powder. It doesn't mattify, it sets, but it leaves a glow. And I love it. Most used go-to eyeshadow palette, definitely the Persona Identity palette. You can see how incredibly well used and well loved it is, and it's just so easy. I'm taking my Rephr 27 into this sort of cream colored matte, and I am just using that to set and neutralize the lid area. Then I'm going in with the Rephr 01, sort of a flat domed multi-purpose brush, and I am going to pick up a little bit of this medium brown and mix it in with a little bit of that matte cream because it's a little bit deeper than I am preferring for my transition shade. And I am just putting that on the orbital bone very, very lightly. This is a very natural, everyday go-to look. There we go. Just to give the eye a little bit of shape and definition. We'll go in on the other side. Next, I'm going into these two shimmer shades, this sort of taupey, you can see how well loved that is, and this a little bit bronzier shade. I'm going to start with that taupey shade. Let's see. And I'm going to use my Rephr 33. Pick up a little bit of that, and this is going to go all over the inner half of the lid. And you can see it just gives a really nice soft sheen, not too glittery, not too shimmery, not metallic, just a nice soft shiny sheen. And then I'm going in with my Rephr 02 flat shader brush, a little bit smaller, into this bronzier shade. And I am going to use that to deepen up the outer corner. And then once again, just take my 27 and make sure everything is sort of blended. I'm not blending on top of the lid, on the actual lid itself, but I do want to blend where the lid meets the crease. So there is the eyeshadow. I'm going to go off camera, do my brows, mascara, and tightline, and we will finish up with lipstick. All right, eyes are done. I will link the brow, the mascara, the liner. Everything is listed and linked in the description box below. But before we move on to lips, I do want to show you swatches of the two shades I used on my lid because they're just so, so pretty. The first one is this taupey shade called Seductive, and this bronzy shade called Goddess. These shimmers are very, very mature lid friendly. So smooth, so creamy, pigmented, blendable. I absolutely love it, and you can see how very well used it is. So that is the eyeshadow and the eye look. And lastly, of course, is lipstick. I really haven't decided between the Milani Matte in the shade Petal or the Revlon Super Lustrous in the shade Rose Velvet. So I am going to swatch these two shades. The Milani Matte is definitely a little bit brighter and a little bit pinker, and the Rose Velvet by Revlon is a little bit more, I don't know, softer, more neutral. You know me, I like a bright lip color, so I'm going to go in with the Milani in the shade Petal. Pretty bright. Oh my gosh, I'm going to blot it a little bit. Still pretty bright and a little bit cooler than I would prefer. So I am going to warm it up with a little bit of the Neutrogena lip gloss in the shade Pink Mocha. I think this is going to tone down the brightness a little bit, add a little bit of warmth and a little bit of hydration. Now the Milani Matte is not a drying lipstick, but it is a matte lipstick, and so I do like a little bit more moisture. And we'll just top that lip color off with this. Still pretty bright. I will see how it looks once I get my outfit on, but let me swatch this lip gloss for you so you can see how it looks as a stand-alone lip color. Really, really pretty. That is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost lip gloss in the shade Pink Mocha. All right, let's see how we are doing with the hair. I'm going to take this curler out. And you can see it does give a little bit of height to the crown. And what I'm going to have to do is sort of go upside down and fluff my hair. Can't really see in the monitor right now. So that is the hair. Sometimes I'll put it behind my ears. Very often I will use just a little dry shampoo. What is this? This is Living Proof Perfect Day dry shampoo. And I may just put a little bit of that at the crown, at the base of the roots, just again to give me a little bit more height and a little bit of texture. Anyway, hair, makeup done. Now I'm going to share two gorgeous silk blouses that Lilysilk sent me. No, this video is not sponsored, but a huge thank you to Lilysilk for gifting me these two beautiful blouses, one of which I am wearing to the conference. First up, we have this beautiful short sleeve silk, oh my gosh, navy blue flowy t-shirt. I love the cuffed sleeves. I love the round neckline. I love the way it moves and flows. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It comes in 3 colors, but I really enjoy the navy blue. Lilysilk also sent me this absolutely stunning navy and white striped button-up silk blouse. Classic, elegant. You know, I first fell in love with this when I saw it on my friend Susan's channel. She has the channel Little Poet, and she did a whole Lilysilk try-on video, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So when Lilysilk emailed me asking if I would like to try some of their products, I said, yes, please, and I immediately ordered this. This is called the Amalfi. I just think it's classic and elegant, and I will be wearing this to my conference. Now, I did want to mention Lilysilk in today's video because I do believe that their Mother's Day sale is still going on. I will include all the details in the description box below. And like I said, I am wearing this to the conference, and here is the Amalfi blouse in a size small, which is a perfect fit. I absolutely love the way it looks and feels. Now, it's always chilly in these conferences, so I'm wearing a classic Ann Taylor navy blazer. I absolutely love this outfit. Once again, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate your time. I hope you're having a wonderful Mother's Day. I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.